Picture. It's like, okay, they all can't win Best Picture, but they don't all need to
Spread the
sweep
love.
categories. Yeah, spread the love out. Do you think like, okay, we're not going to give you Best Picture, but we'll give you Best Director, or we'll give this person Best Actor?
Found out about the Oscars, the more I think it's like, obviously it's political, but it's like, I don't think Curtis should have won the year she won. She was probably like the worst person in there. She's due. It's her turn. That's
Mhm.
why I feel like Amy Madigan's going to probably win for Weapons, and I kind of think Ethan Hawke's going to win for Best Actor out of nowhere.
Okay, fair. Yeah,
They're always like, oh, they're due. And like, honestly, I think Leonardo DiCaprio should win this time. I think that would be like my favorite thing if that happens because he's so good in that movie. But we're so used to Leo being good that every performance he does is just like, ah, it's Leo. He's always good.
he got his one. He's fine.
Literally won for his worst movie. Not his worst movie, but like, it's not it's
Revenant didn't.
acting than
Yeah,
like acting.
he fought a bear. I guess that's
Yeah.
enough to finally give him
And
something.
stuff.
Yeah. Have you fought a bear?
He should
I don't have an Oscar.
There.
I'm not worried about it. I'm not trying to get an Oscar.
All right.
easily
well,
won for Aviator. That should have been his
That
first
being
Oscar.
said, out there in Hollywood land, if you want to cast any of us in a movie, I promise you, at the very least, Mike will not show up to it. Actually, I don't know, Mike. If someone reached out to you and was like, "Hey, we want to put you in this movie," would you do it?
I wouldn't trust it. I feel like that's a trafficking scheme.
What if we knew? Like, what if we vetted it and it was like 100% real? It was, I don't know. Who does Mike like? Who's like Mike's director? Who's his Ari Aster to
Probably
Todd?
right. Yeah.
That's a great question.
You don't have
Someone
one?
answer in the comments.
All right. If Tarantino reached out and was like, "Listen, I'm going to apologize about Paul Dano,"
He's gonna say some weird things to me.
Okay, that actually might be true. I was gonna say he's gonna apologize to Paul Dano, and he's gonna specifically say, "Unless it's what you want, no feet scenes."
Yeah, but he's just gonna say the N-word to me. Let's
Also,
be real.
Also, very possible. All right, who else? Who would you be like? Yeah, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
I mean, if Chris Nolan wants to like ring me up and say like, "Hey,
Oh, shit.
I'm doing Tenet 2, baby."
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll show up. I'll just be in the background going, "Hey."
So the problem is though, Mike, if you get cast in a Nolan, that means like you're gonna be in the next like 5 Nolan movies, like you're on his roster.
No, it just means that
Because Guy
I'm
Pearce
in that
hasn't.
film. Yeah, I haven't seen Guy Pearce in another fucking Nolan film. He must. If he doesn't like me, he just won't bring me back.
What? Now hear me out, Mike. What about a Wes Anderson? I feel like you'd pull off a dope fit. I feel like you could.
I would love to do costuming for that. I would love to be in a scene where I just kind of stand there like this.
Yeah. And that could be like the extent of it, honestly. Like that
could be the extent of it.
And it would be a fire
That'd be
scene still. Like it would just be fire. Okay. What about VO? Would you want to be in like K-pop Demon Hunters 2?
I don't think I have a voice for that.
Okay.
I don't think I have a voice for it. I don't think I can act like that
You-
either.
a
I don't
ra-
think I can. I don't think I have the range.
A random Spider-Man in Across the Spider-Verse or whatever the next one is. Across the Spider-Verse.
I feel like in anything like that, in any animated thing, if I just put my voice out there, it will stick out like a sore thumb. Like, who the fuck is who? What jamoke did they get to just like record a line?
Okay, all right. I didn't know you cared that much that you're like, you know what? I won't. Hey, random director that's making this thing, I won't do it.
I respect the art of filmmaking too much to sully it with my presence.
Okay, all right. Honestly, you're just becoming more attractive to certain filmmakers listening to the show right now. They're like, this fucking Mike guy, I gotta get him in here.
Oh God, U-Bowl is listening to this right now and saying, "I'm doing Postal 2 or Postal 3." How many postals did that make?
Hear me out, Mike. Beekeeper 2. You wouldn't be popping around with your boy Statham?
Beekeeper? They might not get Statham back. They might do a different beekeeper.
Hold on, Mike.
All right.
Your boy Vin rings you up. Hey, I need you for Fast, I don't know, 12? I don't know what movie they're on.
They said they're going to be done with 10.
Okay. Oh,
That's
10 hasn't come out yet?
No, they're still working on it.
So they need you in Fast 10. They need you, Monica, Menage. Like, they need something. You know, they need you just, like, somewhere.
I'm in there.
Kept me out of cuffs.
They bring me in as Ja Rule's son.
Okay,
I don't know what the name of his character.
Is Luda still
in those
movies?
Yeah. Luda's a big part.
Is he really?
He's like their tech guy.
But The Rock is out, though, right?
The Rock it was out, but I think they've mended things. I
Okay.
think they've posted some things on Instagram. It's like, oh yeah. As a matter of fact, I didn't watch the last one, but I think he is teased at the end of that film.
Okay. Well, would you roll up on the Hobbs and Shaw side? Would that be more interesting to you?
Lord willing, they make another one of those movies. I don't think they will.
Okay.
I simply don't think they will.
I think I have the actual killer, the real deal. What would just lock Mike in for, like, honestly, for a contract? Like, Mike would have a multi-movie deal for this if it was presented to him.
He says Madam Web again, but let's hear what you're gonna say.
No, and I should have said that. That's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Shrek, baby.
I keep telling you, I'm not a good voice actor.
No, they're gonna make you do mocap. You're gonna be mocap
Oh.
for I don't know, somebody. Whoever
listen,
they haven't put in those movies yet.
You've seen at least the Shrek musical. You understand that they just use fairy tales and things. You could have just said anything
Well,
from just
I don't know who they've
fairy
already put in
tales.
there. I don't know who's, like, not in there yet. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to be a new addition. Like, you would be like.
What if he was just New Edition?
I could just be New Edition, the entire group.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Fairy tale of New Edition.
Listen. We're gonna get it. Reach out to some casting directors. We're gonna get Mike in something. Mike is gonna make his Hollywood debut.
I don't know how I got offered for this. You never pitched it to anybody. You didn't say, like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna be in a film and be.
I mean,
I can be fucking the guy.
I feel like
I'll play young Billy Corgan.
I feel like Dom wouldn't want to. I don't know, maybe a Disney joint. Dom would be like, yeah, I'll throw a line in there. Put me in Toy Story 4. Be kind of dope.
6.
Is it on 6? Is it really?
Well, 5 is coming out. So,
okay.
So there would have to be a subsequent.
No, they're gonna do a director's cut and add him into 4. He's just
really a director's cut if you add stuff in after the fact.
Extended cut. I don't know. It's the Dom cut. Todd would want to. I think Todd would be like, yeah, like I think Todd would. You know,
that was like my dream as a kid. That was like what I wanted.
He'd show up
except those two
in sweatpants and Tim's, and he'd be like, "Put me in, coach."
It would be a Boston accent movie. That's like the only thing because they're like,
oh, what was the movie
lose your accent? I can't. I don't know how.
I can't. Sorry. What was the movie that they were filming that they were looking for extras here? So I remember signing up for that, and I clearly
what did we sign? We both signed up for that. What was that?
They filmed a lot. It was something that happened.
It was probably
not last year.
Movie.
No. It was like 2 years ago. They were looking for extras in Boston. It was the movie that had Zendaya in, I think.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say they were doing
Robert Pattinson coming out.
I don't know if it's that same movie. It might be because I think they filmed it here, but
they were looking for extras for Black Panther 2, weren't they? Also.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't
because they filmed in Cambridge.
Did they actually film it in Cambridge for the parts that were? Am I saying? Oh, I don't know. But yeah, there was a movie that I think she was in.
Yeah, I do recall.
They were looking for extras.
A Zendaya joint.
Interesting.
Headshots with one of the ones I signed, like not headshots, but like pictures of myself that I had, like to press.
Oh yeah, I remember they like asked for like your socials and stuff to like see pictures of you. What movie was that? It might be the Zendaya Robert Pattinson movie that just came out or is coming out.
It's too recent.
But I can't imagine that was like a long turnaround after, like in post production for it to like if they filmed it here a couple years ago for it to come out.
Now I gotta check.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass the Control podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about movies too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden, and joining me on this lovely Saturday evening is the anime senpai himself, some call him Martini Mike, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you tonight?
Cruising.
Also joining us, of course, is the I don't know what Todd is now. He's the Pokopia Pops, Todd Gary. Todd, how are you doing over there?
All right, good. It's got to be either the Holdovers or
Zendaya wasn't in Holdovers.
What?
Zendaya wasn't in Holdovers, was she?
For like Boston-based films that were filmed recently, because the Holdovers was filmed at where I bowled.
Yeah, it was filmed. It was filmed here, but it was filmed like a while ago.
It was because it was when Zendaya and Tom Holland were like being spotted around Boston a lot. I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah.
whatever movie she was filming then. Rounding us out, of course, is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic Forty. Dom, how are you doing?
Cruising.
We love to hear it. We had a great show for you tonight. Before we hop into tonight's show, we're going to talk about Pokopia a little bit, some early impressions, maybe a little update on how things are going with Marathon, and of course, Todd and I are going to review Resident Evil Requiem. Before we get into those things, though, a couple of quick housekeeping things. This episode, of course, sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and educate yourself on these tasty treats. And this is just like all embedded in my brain. I just repeat this from memory. Their hours are different now. They do have extended Thursday and Monday, I believe, hours. I just don't know that off the top of my head, so I'm not going to just throw things out there. But if you go on their social media, you can get their most up-to-date hours for both Good Morning Chubbies and Good Night Fatty. Anyways, other quick housekeeping things. The PTC Movie Club pick for March is Mike's pick, and it is Mickey 17. Is that correct? Mickey 17?
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you check that movie out if you want to hear us chat about it. Normally, last episode of the month is when we do PTC Movie Club. We will be at PAX East that weekend, so I don't think we'll be doing a movie that week, and we probably won't do the movie next week, so I'm guessing movie probably bleed over into the beginning of April. So apologies if you're really clamoring for the Mickey 17 episode, but that'll probably be a little bit delayed, maybe even a little further delayed, depending on what our PAX East coverage plans are before and after. So just a little bit of a hiccup as things are. We try to get those as close as we can to the end of the month, but sometimes we got to do other stuff too. So unfortunately, that one will probably end up being delayed. But we'll still talk about it, so you can look forward to that episode sometime in the coming weeks. That being said, if you are going to be at the Thomas M. Menino Convention and Exhibition Center at the end of this month, end of March 2026, we have a bunch of friends of the show who have panels, which I would definitely recommend checking out. But I am going to be a guest on a panel on Thursday, March 26th, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Condor Theater. If you want to hear me, I'm joining a great cast of other Boston-based video game, journalists, individuals, creatives, people within the industry that are based here. We're going to be talking. The name of the panel is Wicked Pissa Games, the most Boston game. So you can look that up on the schedule if that is you want to see more about that. Great cast of people on there from all over the place. Well, from all over the industry, but all from here or with ties to Massachusetts. So you can look forward to the shenanigans that will likely ensue on that panel. So make sure to add that to your schedule if you are looking for something to do on Thursday night from 6 to 7. I think that'll do it for housekeeping. Of course, as always, if you want to support us, tons of ways to do that. You can go to our website at passthecontroller.io where you can find everything we do, whether it's the podcast, links to articles, drink recipes, video content, streams, whatever it may be. All that stuff you can find over there, social media. Make sure you're following us and make sure you make sure that you are interacting with us and following us and staying up to date. And if you don't already have a 5-star review for us somewhere on a podcast platform, make sure that you do that. Sorry, I got these knuckleheads talking in the group text right now and making me laugh, so I apologize for a couple of giggles on the air here, but that's just what it is when you get a couple of goons in the
Hey, but what's a goon to a goblin, am I right?
Exactly. Anyways, so make sure you check out the panel. It'll be great to see you there. I don't have all of the Friends of the Show panels up here, but one of the other ones that I do know the exact time and date is also overlapping with this panel, which I would recommend also going to, which is I don't want to recommend a panel against my panel, but it is a good panel from 6:30 to 7:30 in one of the theaters. I can't actually I can check right now because it's literally the next block on this schedule here. From 6:30 to 7:30 in the Bumblebee Theater, you can check out Video Game Tinder, swiping left and right on your favorite characters. And let me tell you, that panel is always a fucking blast. If you want to come to my panel, that would be great. If that sounds more interesting, great. What I can tell you, though, is that panel usually does book up, so you do have to get there early or just stay at my panel. But they will all, I don't know if ours will exist outside of the time that the panel is, but theirs, they usually at least put the audio up on the Normandy FM podcast feed. So you can at least, either there or Axe of the Blood God. I'm not sure if it will end up on both or in one of them, but it will be available for you to at least listen to in the future. So, either way, both great panels. Definitely check either or both out, however you can. I think that is it for housekeeping. So before we'll end with Resident Evil 9 because that'll probably be the bulk of the conversation. And before we jump into Marathon and Pokopia, Mike, what do you got going on this week, Mike? What are you watching? What are you playing? Have you started watching One Piece new season or no?
I caught like the first 2 episodes.
As a big One Piece fan, how is the live action for you? Was the first season good? I have no idea.
First season was enjoyable. Second season seems to be maintaining that level. It's interesting to see the things that they choose to do, given that they've got so much runway in terms of source material. Like they're adding things that weren't there initially, but they're like, well, we know that these characters exist. We know like these things happen. We know like where plot points are headed towards, so we can sprinkle in some breadcrumbs here now. Even though I don't expect this show to last that long.
Only the second season.
This is only the second season of live action. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all things considered, I'm trying to think in terms of like what's another Netflix original that I've watched?
Death Note.
That was a film and I didn't watch it.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah. I'm trying to compare. I should compare it to Stranger Things in terms of like quality and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if it's.
Emily in Paris. I know that's a big one for you.
No, Bridgerton. There we go.
Bridgerton.
I just said it.
Is this how I was gonna say? Is this how we find out that you watch Bridgerton?
I don't. If I knew more about Bridgerton, I would have tried to like drop in some things to make it sound like I knew what I was talking about.
Like the Duke.
People doing that horse trot. I don't know. I keep seeing it in like viral videos.
Oh,
I don't know.
They're not even showing up in my fucking like algorithm at all to like for like memes and stuff.
Mrs. Whistledown, I believe, is. Anyways, I have seen most of Bridgerton. I don't watch Bridgerton, but I've seen most of it.
Anyway, my point being,
a lot of wigs.
I believe that. My point being is that in terms of like a Netflix show, it's what you'd expect, but it's using One Piece as its source material, so that's fun.
Okay. What else is going on in Mikey's world this week?
That's what I truly want to know what you thought I was doing.
I'm not going to be able to pull it up live on the air right now, but
I know.
I could have sworn that I had seen you pop onto something that wasn't Overwatch.
XP?
At some point.
The only thing I did was I turned on Blueprints briefly because I was checking for something.
No, it
That's the only
wasn't
other thing I
Blueprints. It was something that was more surprising to me, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I got to make sure to bring that up and ask Mike like if he actually played it and how much he played of it. Unless I'm just fucking making this up, but I could have sworn I saw you jump onto something that
you might be making it up.
Surprising. Or unless it was like last week or something, and I'm just conflating it with this week.
The only other thing I can think of, and when I say this, I can think of, I mean in the sense that I might have clicked on something by accident, like a game launch that I wasn't trying to play. That's the only thing that I can think of.
I got you. Okay.
Is that something opened up that I wasn't actually trying to play, so I didn't play whatever it is you think I was playing.
That's fair. Cool. Well, I'm sure that we've been maybe playing other things. I know Dom's been playing another game that I don't know how far you're in that, Dom, or if you want to speak about that now or wait until you've played more of it, but the surreal platformer, I forget the name of it.
Oh yeah, I will wait to talk about it.
Okay,
I've
cool.
been playing Pokopia too much, so.
Okay. Well, we can jump into our early impressions on Pokopia. I feel like once me, you, and Todd get.
Also, I think that game is out, so I don't know that there's a.
No, I think it is. You can mention it.
Okay.
I just
yeah,
wasn't.
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it after.
But yeah, we can jump right into Pokopia because the three, me, you, and Todd have been playing that a lot. I don't know where we're all at in terms of like progression, so we can keep it pretty spoiler light. But I mean, I think the big thing, two big things about Pokopia that I can't believe. One, for the last 2.5 months, maybe longer, Todd, I don't know, Nintendo's got nothing this year. This is a bad year for the Switch, for Switch 2. I think Todd is absolutely up to his chin right now in what he thinks is his game of the year. Like, I think he is just fully immersed in Pokopia. And that is so funny to me that, like, it went from there's nothing that they have coming out that I'm interested in, and it's Pokopia.
And Pokemon doesn't interest me at all.
And that's the other part of it, is that Todd usually doesn't care about Pokemon. He has no interest in that.
With this game, though, is that, like, I could go in not knowing what Pokemon is, and this game would still be fun to me. Like, it doesn't even matter that they're there.
I feel like yes and no. Like, it is a great, like, life sim, but I feel like if you have zero Pokemon knowledge, it is still kind of maybe, I don't know. I don't know how many people that have, like, no Pokemon knowledge are buying this game, unless someone's recommending it to them as like, oh, you like Animal Crossing, or you like other similar life sims.
I definitely feel like if you played Red and Blue or Red and Green or Fire Red, Fire Green, Fire Red, Leaf Green, like, there's definitely a lot more for you in this game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
You haven't left. You said you haven't left the first area yet.
As of yesterday, well, as of when you and I spoke, I did not. But last night when I was playing and this morning, I was like,
I don't know what areas you found, but
so I think
you can go to a lot of Kanto.
Yeah, so I think is actually kind of a spoiler to say.
I don't think so.
Talking about, I feel like,
I don't know. Well, Todd doesn't really know.
But maybe for the diehards, probably, or like
I think
more the casual.
I don't know. It is definitely not something that everybody knows, because even when I've had conversations with other people who've been playing it, and they've either finished it or they're much further, they've been cautious to be like, how far are you? Like, what have you seen so far? Because I mean, the game does at some point make that very clear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I had either 2 or maybe even 3 path options. I ended up taking the one, if you're staring at the first Pokemon Center, I took the one on the right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in what the game has now.
Rocky Ridges?
No, I mean, the game has told me what actual town it is.
I know, but they also name it something.
Oh, then I don't know what they named it. So it's, you go there. Have you gone to more than one of them?
Yeah.
It's like mostly water and dark. And a Meowth is the first Pokemon that you interact with.
Okay.
Matt, yeah.
Oh, is that where you went to, Todd? You're there?
It was like, I think I looked today, I got like 20 hours in this game.
You're still in the first area?
Like, making my area look nice, trying to do some stuff, and then, like, the more I looked some tips up online, they're like, no, do other stuff, because the building becomes easier, everything becomes like, it's a chore at first kind of thing.
Yeah, so wait, so have you gone to a different area? Because you cut up a little bit.
Yes, I went to the place you went to. Same place.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I was at the point, too, where I was still just, like, I was moving all of the Pokemon I was getting into, like, houses or huts or other places, so I could try to fill out all of the habitats that I had and try to get everything that I could. But it was getting to the point where I was like, I feel like I should probably progress the story and see other places and then do more of that stuff as I'm going. And I'm happy I did, because I wasn't like, I definitely wasn't hitting any sort of wall with the game, but I was definitely at a point where I was like, it's gonna go one of two ways right now. I'm just gonna dial in and just start building houses and things here, and then like neglect going further, or I'm gonna, I don't know. I needed to go further, and I'm happy I did that.
You know what your registered dex is at right now?
I don't. It must be. It must be like, I don't know. I feel like I must have at least like 40 Pokemon at this point. I gotta. Does that sound too high? Do you know how much you have?
I'm about 40.
I'm at 53.
Okay. But like in the first area, like I would move Pokemon out of habitats into houses so that other ones that can
Would
spawn
move
from
into
that.
the
Yeah. So I was doing that a lot.
This isn't really a spoiler. Do you know the area where you cross that bridge? That's like the free play area. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Big
mean, I
bridge.
think that is a spoiler. The game tells you to not go there.
No, because there's certain Pokemon you can only get there. There are things in other areas and it won't work. But if you build it there, you'll get them.
I mean, I don't know what exists over there.
I'll tell
Or
you who or what's over like there. But like yeah, but I found that out because I was trying to get something in particular. I googled something and I was like, oh, okay, I would have never known
I
that.
can't even imagine what you'd be trying to get that the game would gate that far away that you needed. Was it just like a thing you wanted?
First places that was one of the first places I went to when I got the game. Like that was the first places I went to.
But you have to do so much before you can even go over there.
You say, oh, a couple blocks to get across.
That's such a random way to play. I'm sure. Great. And you went right over there? All right, Todd, you might need to switch because I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. If you build the bridge, it like specifically tells you like you probably don't want to do this until you're further in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it does say that. So then I just took that as I don't want to, like, if the game has a specific flow, I don't need to see what's over there.
Yeah.
And then I mean, part of the reason why I didn't immediately pick a path forward once I had the option to do that was, I definitely had like a little bit of a decision paralysis of, I wonder if there's like a quote unquote correct path to choose forward of like rolling out new abilities or other things. So I was like, I kind of don't want to look it up. I feel like the game, at least for me when I was playing it, it naturally nudged me in that direction, just based on like how at least I discovered stuff and like which like additional Pokemon I got over there that like gave me an ability. I was like, I feel like the game sort of nudged me that way, so I
don't know. I'm trying to think of what abilities I got there.
I think I only got one on that side, but it was like there might have been another way to do that, but there was a habitat that sort of like was kind of pre-baked into that section of the map. The green bean thing.
Yeah.
It was like basically already built.
Yeah.
You just needed to water it. Or maybe you had to plant the beans too. I can't remember, but
I've encountered a bunch of stuff like that where like it's like a table with this and it's already there and I'm like, oh, thank God I don't have to do that.
Who showed up at the green bean thing for you though?
Was it a drillbur maybe?
Oh, okay. You're not talking through the gate. You're talking.
Yeah, no, sorry, not through the gate.
Okay.
No. When I went through the gate on that side, the first Pokemon I met was Meowth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The game's fantastic. I mean,
it'll probably nudge you in a different direction just based on abilities and how I know you get them.
Okay. So you're much further in the game, it sounds like much further.
I didn't spend a ton of time in that first area. I just like started moving.
Yeah.
I definitely spent 3 hours just watering shit like an idiot when I started playing the game. I'm like, I'm gonna water this whole area that's brown.
Well, one of the one of
I
the
talked to a Pokemon that watered everything for me. So
Yeah, no, I found out stuff after. I'm like, oh, come on.
I one of the things that I like was confused by was when that mission triggers when you need to get you're trying to make it rain basically.
Bro,
Um
bro.
the
I
Yeah.
big
was
yawn.
watering so much of the thing and I'd go back and check and it's like you're at 71 and I'm like 71.
Yeah,
I've been
right.
watering stuff for so long. And then it wasn't until then I realized, "Oh, there are a few other requests that I should probably be looking into." And in doing that, I had already completed them because I was already doing it without talking to them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I didn't do anything, but it was like I was so confused. I'm like, what am I missing? I'm missing something. And then I found out what it was that way. But I mean, otherwise, I think the game so far is like really good about like onboarding you into how the game works and like new abilities and stuff. And I've really been enjoying the flow. I've seen like Todd sent a picture to us earlier of like someone's fucking place. I don't think I will get that detailed and be able to pull off something that cool, but I'm
I don't know
enjoying
which
building.
picture it was, but I saw somebody from Japan built a like statue of Arceus in the sky
That's insane.
and had like
That's
his
crazy.
Pokemon living on Arceus, like in the
That's
sky.
pretty cool. Yeah, like there's so much customization in the game that I think is really really cool. Like it's a really well done game. I think like so far the early amount that I've put into it, I think if you like obviously if you like Dragon Quest Builders 1 or 2, which is made by the same team, you probably love this game. But if you like Animal Crossing style games with even more customization and like I would say probably a little bit more story structure or just more story going on, uh there's a lot here. And to what Don was saying before, like if you know or at least a fan
If you're a
of
fan of
the
the
OG
Pokemon
Pokemon
series, it's
games,
definitely
yeah, there's stuff here for you that I think is pretty interesting. What were you gonna say, Todd?
I think there's two huge problems with this game, though. Glaring problems. One, I don't think we're going to see Animal Crossing for a very long time.
I don't think it's a
Two,
problem with this
not a problem
game.
with this
Yeah.
game.
no, I know. And both of these are just not problems with this game, but problems
They're
I have.
Todd's problems. They're
Two,
Todd's personal peeves.
yes. Two,
TPP.
this game has so much content that Animal Crossing is going to look weak compared to this game unless they do what they do in this game.
Yeah, so what it sounds like is you're having a future problem with a future Animal Crossing
Yes.
game.
I just feel like this game's too good as far as it took what Animal Crossing does and just made everything better. And I'm so early still. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen some spoiler stuff. I don't think you guys understand some of the stuff you get and can do eventually in this game. And I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah,
like I was like blown away with some of the stuff I've
I'm
seen.
staying very far away from anybody who's talking or posting about Pokopia because I'm enjoying this just as like my side game. It's very relaxing.
It's overwhelming though. I love it. It's relaxing, but it's also overwhelming. So I'm like, I want to do so much, but I
Yeah.
just don't think I can. Like, and next thing I know, 2 hours are up, and I'm like, fuck, I barely did anything.
Yeah, I mean, with your Animal Crossing issue that you're personally creating a problem for that you don't even know if that problem exists. I do have a similar like kind of thought bubble above my head of I wonder if this game is going to impact at all what they do with the next Animal Crossing game. I do think that Animal Crossing and this though are also still like they're doing a lot of similar stuff, but I do think that they're also very kind of at their core different. Like I think they are still doing very different things. But again, like there's so much customization and freedom in this game that I do think that, if you love this game and you also love Animal Crossing, I could see that being a potential problem for people in the future. But I mean, there's plenty of games that are similar to Animal Crossing that do much more than Animal Crossing, and Animal Crossing still, sells 30 million copies and people love it. So I don't know. I'm definitely curious to see what the next Animal Crossing game looks like and if this game and the success of this game are going to impact, anything they do with the development of that game. Because for someone like you who loves Animal Crossing and you were probably not even going to touch this game until you finally did, Yeah, I can definitely see this being a problem for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
it's my morning
I
game.
can see it making Animal Crossing let you
Not
down.
as appealing. Yes, exactly. Yeah, 100%. It's funny because like when we played Animal Crossing when it came out, it was the first thing I did when I woke up. It was the last thing I did before I went to bed, and it was all throughout the day. And like obviously
Yeah,
we're not in the
yeah.
pandemic
Obviously,
right
part of
now.
that was we were not working
Yes,
as
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
as
And like
much because it was the fucking
no,
shutdown.
and it sucks so bad because I still play it first thing in the morning, and I still play it last thing at night. But like I don't play it during the middle of the day at all. So like my time with it is nowhere near what I put into Animal Crossing in the first week.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's fucking great. I love it.
With
It's
me, it's funny because I have, and up until today, I think today was the first time I've played this game during the day, and it's similar to Animal Crossing on a 24-hour life cycle or time cycle. So I've only played the game at night, so it's only ever been night in the game, and I don't think it matters too much. Like it definitely, I don't actually know what if there are things that are gated or different in this game. Um, but in Animal Crossing, that would matter. Like if I only played it at night, like the store wouldn't be open, and like there would be things that would be not great for my time with Animal Crossing if I could only play at night. But it was nice to play during the day today. I'll tell you that it was a good time. And of course, the first area I went to was dark, so it was like I wasn't even playing in
yeah,
like
right.
the daylight still. But yeah, I will also say I've still not really used a lot of the Switch 2's mouse controls as much as I'd like to play around with them. Like I've played a little bit of Drag Drive, and I think I tested them out at one point in Metroid Prime 4, but I haven't really used them that much. And I obviously like I've played Mario Paint on NSO, so that is a mouse game, but um, the mouse controls in Pokemon Pokopia are phenomenal. And if neither of you have tried them yet, I would absolutely use them at some point, especially to build, because so one of the primary ways I've been playing this game right now is laying in bed with the Switch on its kickstand propped up, and I'll have split Joy-Con. So I'm just playing I'm just laying down, relaxing, however I choose to lay, just playing split Joy-Cons. But whenever I go to build, it's so seamless. I just turn the fucking right Joy-Con over. It turns into a mouse cursor on the screen. I build everything I want to build, and then just turn my hand back, and the cursor goes away, and I'm back to playing it regularly. And it is incredible that it works that way, and it makes the building so much better. Because I do think that, like, and it just is what it is. You're playing this on a controller. I feel like the building is a little clunky sometimes, but that's just a matter of it is what it is. But the mouse is a game changer. I would highly recommend checking it out. It's very easy to use. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing a lot more of it. It's definitely one of my favorite games of this year for sure. So we'll see how that plays out as the year goes on. But I'm sure we'll talk more about it, and maybe once we've all finished it, if it's worth doing a more of a deeper dive or maybe a story kind of spoiler episode, we can definitely do that. But yeah, I don't know. This is like a huge hit of the year. Like I expected it to sell well because it is a Pokemon game, but this game blew my expectations away for what it was going to be. Like I'm really enjoying it.
I feel like the
Is
Animal
this
Crossing community doesn't really understand what this game is either. Like that might not be Pokemon fans. Like I don't think they understand like what this is and how much they probably would love this game, or if they. I think a lot of thing I'm seeing now is people like I don't want a Switch 2 yet, or I haven't bought a Switch 2 yet. But I think this is a Switch 2 system seller.
Oh, I absolutely think it's a Switch 2 system seller. I'm happy it's a Switch 2 exclusive because I have had zero like performance issues with this game, and I feel like if it was on Switch 1, it probably would run a lot worse. You were gonna say something, Tom?
I was just gonna say, like, what are the most successful non-mainline Pokemon games? Is this up there?
I mean, in the
Stadium,
first few days,
Snap.
they said this sold I think
Snap.
2.2 million or something.
Yeah, that's got to be more than those.
I mean, not including Pokemon Go, which is probably the most successful, just because it's a mobile game available
Free.
to everybody, and the microtransactions that probably made them so much money.
Yeah.
So taking like that out of the equation, Yeah, maybe Pokemon Stadium. I mean, there are a few other like free ones or like ones that have, I think, microtransactions in them, like Pokemon Cafe, which is a game they still update, so I imagine it does pretty well for them. Um, but I don't know the sales of like things like Pokemon Conquest or Pokemon Pinball. Um, Let me see.
I loved Pokemon Pinball back in the day.
I did too. I wish they would make a new one. I don't know if there's like a chart. Let me see.
I'm actually looking at a chart of the top selling Pokemon games right now. Uh, Legends ZA is at 16, but I mean, that's still like well, I guess it is not a.
It's a spinoff. I mean, it's not a mainline game. I mean,
the two Legends games are at 12 and 16.
They'll probably continue that series, and it will probably be like a spinoff series that continues.
Yeah.
I think this, because it has
Stadium and Pinball are at 23, 24.
Yeah, I think that this game for sure is going to have a long life cycle because, again, like Todd said, so many people that still don't even have Switch 2s. So this is going to be something that like probably consistently sells pretty well for a long time. I think this will end up being, I don't know where it will stand up against the rest of the series, like the mainline games, but I could see this if 22, 23 are like the top spinoffs. I think this will probably over time definitely get up there.
That way.
Yeah, I think so. It has, again, like we're seeing it in real time here, where Todd is not a Pokemon fan, and Todd bought this game and is loving it. So like I think it has a potential to like pull people who don't play Pokemon games. And another good example is like someone like Ken Shepard, friend of the show. Ken loves Pokemon. Ken does not like life sims. Ken loves this game. So like I think it has like the ability to do both, where it's like it's getting people who like Pokemon who maybe don't like that kind of game, and getting people like Todd who don't really care about Pokemon but want that kind of game. So
yeah, I'm not like the biggest cozy games guy, and that's probably why I'm playing it differently than you guys. But I'm still like loving what I'm playing.
Yeah, like it's like I pretty much it's Animal Crossing only for me. I've played a fair amount of Stardew Valley, but like other than that, I don't usually play these types of games. But yeah, Pokopia is a banger. Mike, are you swayed? Are you getting in on this or what?
Well, full disclosure, I wasn't listening to you guys for like the last 20 minutes. So.
Mike doesn't like Pokemon and he doesn't like cozy games. So
Mike doesn't. Yeah. Mike still hasn't picked a fucking team in Pokemon Go. Mike is not getting Pokemon.
Yeah, Mike's also changed his phone like 3 times since then and hasn't reinstalled Pokemon Go.
We're gonna figure out what really gets Mike going, and we're gonna.
You know what I can't wait for is when this is going to be one of the games of the year, and everyone cries. You're like, that shouldn't be a game of the year. It's fucking, like this game. I guarantee this game will probably.
I mean, I think people that are, I think there's gonna be plenty of people that don't have a problem with this being a game of the year contender. I think the only people that are gonna have that opinion are like the people that say a video game character isn't hot enough or something. I think those people are going to be the ones that complain about Pokopia. Anyways, yeah, good game. We'll definitely talk about it more as we're playing it. But Todd and I, you haven't started Resident Evil yet, Dom, have you?
I haven't, no.
So we won't go into any story spoilers, but we'll definitely review it here for where we are at with that game. I definitely think Dom you will enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to when you get a chance to play it. But Todd, Resident Evil Requiem, Resident Evil 9, you have been excited for this game. I have been not looking forward to playing it. We've both finished it. You've continued to play it multiple.
I'm almost done with the second playthrough.
Yeah, craziness. Where are we at with Resident Evil 9? What are your thoughts?
I remember we talked after I beat it the first time, and I loved it, but like I had some issues with it. Certain things that maybe didn't necessarily work for me, but didn't really hinder my game experience.
Yeah.
But like especially overall, because I got to be careful with what I say, because like overall the first playthrough, it was like a lot of like stress and everything, and I feel like I couldn't enjoy myself as much. But the second playthrough, I'm like really starting to enjoy myself a lot more.
Yeah.
And I told Brenden I'm doing a playthrough right now where like there's something you get in the game that helps you like make more ammo and everything and stuff like that. And I'm
Yeah.
doing it without that. And I just got through probably the care center, which is like the first part of the game, and I don't know how I got through this. It literally was like an extra. There were certain area, and the save style I'm doing now is you have to find ribbons. It's like the old school way. So I basically can save once every section I'm in, kind of thing. So if I make a mistake,
Yeah,
it's like
that-
I'm starting right back over.
That
And
that sounds like a nightmare.
Oh,
It
that's
was.
you have to like go to the typewriter, right?
Yes.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which you
Yeah,
don't
'cause,
have
like,
to
in that-
do if you play it on like the normal mode of the game, which is the way I
Yes,
played
yeah,
it.
you can go to the typewriter as many times. Like I think I went to the typewriter like 40 times in my first playthrough, or
Oh
like
yeah,
50.
so you do have to still save at a typewriter, but it's unlimited. You can save.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saved it any time I went into a safe room, even if I had just like went to go pick something up and came right back in. I saved it every time because I never wanted to redo any part of that
Any
game. Ever.
piece of the
Well,
game.
I just redid a part. Well, obviously not going into spoilers or anything. That is like a brutal part to get through, and not in a bad way, but it's just like tense and like it's a pain in the ass. And I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to get through this part without having this thing that I'm supposed to have. And I got through it, and I was like fucking psyched. So
Yeah, I don't know how you did that either. That part was probably maybe the worst part of the game for me as far as how scared it made me. So here's where I'm at up front. I don't like scary things. I don't play scary things. I don't really don't watch scary things. I don't really like scary stuff. I don't really like horror stuff. I don't really like gory stuff. I don't like being on edge. Mike and I had seen a preview of this at SGF last year, 2 years ago. I don't remember. Within the last 2 years, so we had seen like a private, thing showing some portions of the early game, and in that viewing was, okay, this game is scary. It's cool. It looks great. It looks like they're doing interesting things with the game, but also looks like it might be maybe a little too scary for me. And from what I've heard,
I'm sorry, I can't believe you played it still. 'Cause I
I
did not think you were going to
also
play it.
cannot believe I fucking played this game. I have heard that Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8 are also very scary games. Maybe 7 more than 8. I've since then heard people say that, Requiem is actually scarier than 7. And I can't make that call because I haven't played 7, and I don't think I ever will because I know it is scary.
I think 7 is more scary. I think Requiem can be scary, but it's more tense, if that makes any sense.
Requiem is scary. It's so fucking scary, and that's where I think it's Resident Evil Requiem for me, and Todd can give his own review score. Resident Evil Requiem for me is an 8, close to a 9, but a solid 8 for me. If I was just giving it a review score based on how scary it was, it's a fucking 10. Like, it's so fucking scary. I think it nails being scary so well. And, like, it's so scary to the point where there's obviously some stuff that is like, it's this enemy is going to pop out and do this thing at a set moment here. Like, there are obviously things that are staged and set for you to, like, you walk down a certain way and blah, blah, blah. Even when I felt like I could telegraph that one of those moments was about to happen, when it happened, it still fucking scared me to death. So I feel like that is not easy to do. Like, I think it's not easy to maybe make a scary game. And I also think it's probably... My camera just died completely, apparently. It's not... That's how scary this game is. My camera can't even keep me... Anyways. The game does a really good job of, I think, pacing the scaring of you and nailing it almost every time and keeping you on edge with certain enemies that you have to encounter and certain things that are persistent terrors to you, which I won't go into too much. I mean, if you've seen trailers for this thing or other like preview coverage for this game, like one of the things they show is the big creature that kind of follows Grace around a little bit, and stuff like that in this game I think is
A little
done.
bit?
Yeah, well, yeah. I think stuff like that in this game is done very well. And
Are we not supposed to know what that is?
No, I don't. They showed it in the trailer.
Do you know what it is
I believe so.
from like trailers and stuff?
From stuff that I read probably before the game came out, but I don't know if
It's like a stalker, basically. You
yeah.
know, like it's like Mr. X, a version of like
yeah,
but like
it's like a thing that is following you, and you have to figure out how to get away from it.
And I usually hate that shit, but I loved it.
I
didn't
hate that shit. Let me tell you.
But I like Resident Evil 2 remake. Kind of like I was like, oh, here comes Mr. X. I fucking hate this shit. I don't know if that like I don't know if they actually. I don't know if I read all the notes, and I don't know. I'm kind of answering Dom's question that I don't want to give us spoilers. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a great question. I think that is the name of the character. I don't necessarily think it's what you asked though.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I don't. I don't know.
But yeah, I like to what Todd's saying. Like it's not a new thing to Resident Evil where they have a kind of persistent enemy, whether it's Mr. X or Nemesis or something like that. That is like a looming thing. But I think this thing that follows Grace for a portion of the game is fucking terrifying. I think the sound design in this game and the lighting in this game is phenomenal, and also adds to the layer of
the sound design is
fear.
amazing too.
So here's how I can like fully stamp that I think the sound design in this game and the voice acting in this game is so good. Is that an early part of the game? So the game goes back and forth between playing as Grace and playing as Leon. The Leon segments are a little bit more actiony. The Grace segments, I would say, are a lot scarier and more tense. You can choose to play either character in first or third person, but the game defaults to Grace being in first person, which I think makes it even scarier. But there are moments, plenty of moments as Grace, where like it's just dark and maybe nothing's happening and nothing is actively chasing you or attacking you, but the voice actress is just like trembling.
She's just whimpering the whole time.
And while that's going on in my head, I'm like, this is how I feel too. And I fucking hate this. And Grace is making me more fucking scared because Grace is scared. And it's all so well done. I don't know. Yeah.
Honestly, it's the sound design on like the zombies, and like some of the zombies in the game now, it's like I don't know if they have like past memories and they talk, but they say like one line or like maybe say like two lines or something, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? But I don't want to spoil anything. But there's a character, and pretty early in the game, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's really cool. And like you can hear them from like rooms away, like you're not even like close to them, and you can still hear them like through, like you're on the other side of the building, and you're kind of hearing like faint things from these things, and it's great.
This is like, because I even though I don't like horror stuff or scary stuff, I've played a lot of Resident Evil games. This is by far, for at least what I have played, like the pinnacle of them nailing the tone and nailing horror throughout. Like it is very, very well done. I think like what kind of holds it back a little bit for me from crossing into a definite 9 and like, potentially looking at a 10, is just that I think some of the story stuff is not super executed well on. I don't think that it feels like maybe the first half of the game and the second half of the game sort of are like tonally maybe a little bit different in their storytelling or what the story is that is going on in this game. I still enjoyed it, and I think over time I'll maybe soften a little bit on that. But it's not like the peak of storytelling in Resident Evil, in my opinion. I think that it doesn't do anything too egregiously bad or in disservice to itself. I think it just could have did something better or nailed it a little bit more and solidified it as a a better story in the series.
So I don't think it's top tier, but the more I sat on the story, the more I really liked what they did, especially with the ending.
Yeah.
But like I mean, Resident Evil's always campy, and the story's not really like the best story. All like it's got like good like elements to it that you're like, oh, I love Wesker, or like what's going on with this part, like what's this and everything, and there's always that stuff. But yeah, I obviously I can't get into the ending, but like what happens at the end, I at first I was kind of like not sure what I thought about it, and then the more I thought about it and everything, the more I was like, no, you know what, I really do like what they did because it was something different in some ways.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. Like it's not bad. It's just one of those things where, after being now removed from the game for I don't know, it feels like a month now, I feel like what's resonating with me is the gameplay is very tight. I think the gameplay is maybe the best in the series, if not the best. Like definitely in that maybe top 3 conversation for the series gameplay. Visually, audio design, fantastic, and just the way that it captures the feeling of being scared, I think is probably the best execution in the series. And I think those are the things I'm going to be thinking about after the fact and further down the year. And as we get into end of the year conversations, I think those are the things that I'm going to be thinking about. And it's not necessarily going to be like how the story played out. Because I think it does some cool things. And I think there's some interesting things there. I just think that I don't know. I think I wanted something a little bit different. It's not bad. It's just not a 10 for me. But I can understand if it is for people.
For me, it's a 9, I would say. Definitely a 9. It's probably in my top 3 favorite Resident Evils.
Yeah, it's up there for me in Resident Evils. Like I don't want to cut you off. You go ahead.
No, I just gotta say I do think that I don't want to say anything about the game because I don't want to spoil anything. But I do think there's one little section that I think could have been a little better, and I think that's what keeps the game from being a 10 for me.
Yeah.
But like overall, like you said, like I mean, obviously my number one's RE4. I think this and RE7 are like interchangeable. They could be like 2 or 3 for me, either or, like on a different day.
Yeah, I got you.
But I think maybe this game might have the edge because I do like the third person action style of Leon, where like RE7 is just straight up like you're Ethan as Ethan first person, and that's pretty much fucking it.
I do for the most part like the flow of the back and forth. I think it's like I think it's overall a nice balance. I think you and I might have a similar part of the game.
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah.
I think there was definitely a point in the game where I'm like, all right, maybe a little bit too
I'm there right
much
now.
here. Yeah, maybe a little bit too much here. But otherwise, like I do like the back and forth for me, which I think was their intent with the game. Their intent seemed to be, we want to like give you this sense of dread and give you this feeling with the gray sections, and then give you a little bit of a reprieve with the Leon, more in control, a little bit more actiony. You're just murking enemies, where Grace's sections are definitely, you are hiding more. You have less ammo. You don't have as many weapon options. Like, it is like very different thing.
When you take over Leon, when you're Grace, you have like 6 slots to have stuff. When you're Leon, you have you have an arsenal. It's like, so it's like, all right, I'm gonna kick some ass right now. But like Leon's whole campaign isn't like that. Like definitely towards like the back half, like it's not like I have guns galore and I can just go everywhere and everything.
Towards the end of the game, it definitely makes Leon not more limited, but it's more like I can't just blow everything up. I need to be more strategic and make sure I'm not just wasting all of my resources and ammo and all this stuff. But when you those first couple of times you get to play as Leon, it's like Leon is just blowing dudes' heads off. Like he's just an absolute.
And I was so pissed because like a good chunk of the first part you play as both, but like the longer parts are with Grace at the first half. And I was just like, every time they gave me Leon, I'm like, then they pull him right away from me. I'm like, God damn it, giving me back Leon.
Yeah. And I like a lot of the interchanging parts of that first half of the game, because the game, it's not like you're like playing as Grace and then like it just switches to Leon. Like stuff happens,
Yeah.
and I think it makes sense for why you're switching back and forth. But like much to Todd's chagrin, where Todd's like, "Give me Leon, I want to play these Leon sections." I mean, I would have not minded Bennett being in Leon sections longer there too, but it really was for me a moment of like, I can take a fucking breath now. Like I can actually just like not feel as on edge because yeah, I got a fucking shotgun and I'm gonna blow your head off. Oh, I got a sniper rifle, I'm gonna blow your head off. Oh, I don't know.
I'm just going to do a roundhouse kick. I'm going to blow your head
exactly.
off.
I have like superhero moves. I'm just gonna
Yes.
do this. Where it's like with Grace, Grace can handle herself. Like Grace, you have options. There are things you can craft things with the blood collector, and you can like craft a thing that you can sneak up on a zombie and stab.
And you can craft a good amount of
and they just die.
My first playthrough, I was murking everyone with her. I was like I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill everyone. I don't care.
I think I was way too nervous and
Yeah,
way too
I get
scared
that.
at the beginning of the game to the point where I was like, I was not shooting anything as Grace. I was like, how do I get out of this room with nobody interacting with me? I don't want to deal with zombies. I just want to get out of this room. So I was trying to do that as much as possible. And then I feel like I got a little bit more comfortable with like, all right, you know what? Yes, I can kill the zombie, and then I'll move on, and like doing some of those things. But yeah, I don't know. I think overall it was a fantastic game. I think people who, I mean, the game's out now, so I'm sure people who have been playing it are. It's definitely a lot of good Leon stuff. Like if you're a big Leon fan, like Todd is, like Todd can probably speak more to that. I feel like it's a good Leon game if you like being Leon.
Yeah. Yes. I wanted a couple more things, but overall I enjoyed it. And like this just cements the fact that like Leon is the GOAT of Resident Evil. Like he's like every game he's in, it's like the best game, basically. -6. But
I mean, that's a big one, Todd. That might be the worst mainline Resident Evil game.
But everyone's in that one though. Like Chris, like fucking I think everyone's in that game.
Not the real GOAT.
Ada's in that, like they're all in that
one. The real GOAT is Jill. Is Jill in 6? I have no idea.
I don't know, actually. I can't remember. It's been so long. Honestly, I only played the Leon campaign on that because all the other ones I hated so much.
Yeah, I remember getting 6 when it came out and playing. Whose section is like super over the top, like action,
it's
like helicopter
Chris's,
crashing into the highway. Is that Chris's?
Or is no, it might be Wesker's kid. I forget his name.
Okay, I don't know.
He had like powers and stuff. Like
I didn't.
Chris. I think Chris's is pretty. It's like army tanks and everything. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, I think I must have started with Chris's section.
Okay,
but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is interesting. I watched a video that friend of the show Jesse Vitelli. Jesse had put up a video on Restart Run talking about the sort of where Resident Evil has been for a while now, which is like the 3-game climb, where it's like you go from like if you look at 4, 5, and 6, 4 was like a little bit more actiony, 5 was a lot more actiony, and 6 was like over the top action, and then 7 was like a hard reboot reset, scary, 8 was like that, and then
in between
Requiem is like a mix of both, but like it's kind of like building on what 7 was. So I think Jesse was posing the question, is Resident Evil 10 going to be a continuation of like where they are at with Requiem, or is it going to like
I personally think it
change?
Is.
Yeah, I think I also agree that it's probably going to build on this.
Yeah, I think it's going to all come together in 10. I bet you like 10, I don't want to say it's going to be the conclusion of the stories and everything, but I do feel like we're headed toward some sort of a conclusion, and then you start from scratch again or something. Who knows?
I do think that this game, one of the things it does try to do, for better or worse, is I do think it tries to bring some type of closure or maybe finality to certain things long running in the series. So it'll be interesting to see what goes forward with stuff. And where they take
they also need to be careful that they don't pull a Resident Evil 6 and make like too many things going on at once kind of thing, and
Yeah.
like too many over the top stories that are like crazy, and
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, I don't know.
You know what's
Overall,
funny?
you go ahead.
I went back because I've been on a Resident Evil kick before Resident Evil 9 came out. And I've just been fucking playing them all, and re-downloaded Resident Evil 1 remake. But like, that was like one of my favorite games growing up. But like trying to even playing the remake, which is I think like 18 to 20 years old at this point, that game is just like a tough. I'm really hoping they remake the OG, even though they remade it like 20 years ago. But it just needs the modern controls, and I would love to fucking play that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think Resident Evil's in a really great space. I'm definitely excited to see where the series continues to go. I think
Oh,
Requiem was great.
Capcom's like the developer now. Like they're like
I think
crushing it.
yeah, I think for a while now we've probably talked about it on the show, but I feel like Capcom is definitely in one of their golden eras right now. I think, and they have been for a little bit. I mean, I feel like most of their big things are like kind of just in great places. Monster Hunter has been great for a while. Resident Evil has been great for a while. Street Fighter has been. I think 6 is great. I think Street Fighter's in a great place. I think they, have had some other successes. We got Pragmata coming out soon, which is a new thing.
We got Onimusha coming out too.
Onimusha's coming back. I think there's a lot of stuff going on that's been doing really well for Capcom. I hope that the next Mega Man game is also like a high point for the series. I would love to see Mega Man kind of return to being one of the premier, platformers games in the video game space. So looking forward to seeing where that ends up being. So we can do one of two things. Are we wrapped here on Resident Evil? Anything else you want to say?
No, it was a fun game.
Yeah.
Neither
glad
of
it
you
was
guys played both Jedi games, right?
I did.
I didn't finish.
You played Fallen Order and Survivor?
Yep.
Todd?
Yeah.
I didn't
I
finish.
saw
Survivor
somebody
yet.
compare Cal's story through, like, Cal's progression and story to Leon's from 2
From the
to
second
4
one,
to
right?
6 to, yeah. And
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just something that I had read that I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'll bring that up.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'd have to like really think about it because I remember the end of. I feel like I forget the middle of the second game, but the end of the second game stands out to me because
don't spoil it because I do.
No, I won't.
I need to go back and finish that game at some point. I
Yeah.
never finished the second one. So, yeah, I think that's a good wrapping point for Resident Evil. Then we can definitely, when Dom gets around to playing it, we can definitely have like a more spoiler conversation whenever Dom gets through it. Because I think that'll be a fun conversation too to kind of like talk about things in more detail. But before we wrap things up tonight and play the game, I'm going to give the three of you an option. We can do one of two things. We can do the normal game that we normally play, which will be gaming the meta and guessing 3 games, or each of you, I guess we can do.
Oh, we're doing the sound game?
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
Well, actually, I can probably make it work better now with Todd's setup, but well, not right this second, but I think going forward, I can probably figure it out. Or we can do each of you picks an Oscar category, and then we guess who we think the winner will be, and whoever gets those right gets points. Or we just do the gaming the meta for the show, and then off the air, we just do all of our picks for the categories and do that. Or we can run through it all and just do that now. It doesn't matter to me. But I would imagine that wouldn't be quick.
No, I feel like that would probably take a little bit.
So it's up to you. I'm going to leave that up for you guys. If you want there to be a potential 1,000,000 points, we can do the Oscar thing, or we can just limit the Oscar thing.
Hey boys, I'm up for whatever.
Yeah, I don't care. I've probably seen 2 movies that are nominated.
Yeah,
All right, so
I
let's.
think this is a challenging year.
I actually going through because while you guys were talking about one of the things, I was picking my Oscar winners, and I'm like, I haven't seen the only thing I've seen. I think is I've seen two. All right, two. Dom,
Dreams.
you've seen three. Um,
Which three have I seen?
well,
I've seen Sinners.
Begonia, you've seen Begonia, and
Begonia.
you've seen K-pop.
You guys haven't seen One Battle yet? That's insane to me.
Well, you could pick it if you want. All right, we're gonna.
What's best animated feature?
Whoops, I'll tell you in just a second.
It is K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yep.
Um,
Elio was the other one. And
Great movie.
Elio still.
Great. It was great. I loved it. People didn't really care about it, but I thought it was great.
Oops, no, that's best original song, best score, animated short film, animated. Okay, Arco, Elio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelie, or the character of Rain, Zootopia 2.
I did see Zootopia too.
I watched Zootopia 2 the other night.
Oh yeah, it's streaming now. I probably might
Yeah.
give it a shot at some point.
It was good.
People love that
I like it.
Zootopia. All right. I think I might have also brought up Marathon at the beginning of the episode, and we didn't talk about Marathon.
did.
And all I'll say is, Marathon, real good. I'll talk about Marathon more next week. But Marathon is very good. I've put way too many hours into that game already. Way too many 3 a.m. evenings, mornings playing Marathon. It is a very, very, very good game. So we'll wrap things up with a game that we like to play called Gaming the Meta. But before we do that, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 514 of the Pass Controller Podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, want to support the show, tons of ways to do that. Just go to our website at passthecontroller.io. You can find every way to interact with us, read our articles, drink recipes, video content, audio content, podcasts, whatever it may be, all that stuff you can find there. If you want to watch the show live, we do record the show live most weeks at twitch.tv/passcontroller, so you can catch us there. If you can't catch the live show but you still want to watch it, just go to YouTube, type in Pass Control Podcast. We'll pop up over there. We keep track of the scoreboard all year long. The scoreboard for the year so far has been Todd in first for a little bit now with 18 points. Dom in second with 14. Mike not too far behind with 6 points. The way this game works is I pick 3 games. We go off of the most reviewed platform on Metacritic. Whoever gets closest to the point, to the score, gets a point. If anyone gets a bullseye, they get double the points. Game number 1, released on March 28th, 2000. This is Resident Evil Code Veronica. We're going off the Dreamcast because this is the Dreamcast original release of Resident Evil.
One of the only ones I haven't played.
This is, I won't say anything. Michael, Resident Evil Code Veronica. What do you think?
Was this the one that people like, or was it one of the ones they don't like?
I feel like they like most of the games minus like 6.
Minus, yeah, 6 and
Maybe 3 remake.
What was the one where it was like a multiplayer?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
those
all
games
the
don't even
multiplayer
go into
ones
the
are
next.
probably
Yeah.
not reviewed well.
Okay, so let's
I think
see,
it was
Code Veronica.
Raccoon City Chronicles, and then
Yes, yeah. Didn't we play one? There was one of them we played together.
Todd,
Like
I've
I'm pretty
played
sure.
all of the multiplayer ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I played the original multiplayer one for PS2. Fuck. And that might have been called like Resident Evil Outbreak or Resident Evil.
Yes, it was Outbreak. It was Outbreak.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That
that's the
was
one we
like-
played together.
Outbreak was one of the. We didn't play a PS2 one
Multiplayer.
together. I didn't even know who you were.
No. It was it was on the 360. There was one.
Oh, so maybe that was Outbreak.
It was Outbreak. Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever the PS2 one. I'm just gonna look it up because now it's gonna drive me insane.
Look it up. Anyway,
I
Code
think it was
Veronica.
something Archives or Chronicles. No, Outbreak is the first one. So the other one must be Umbrella Chronicles or something. Resident Evil.
Oh, Umbrella Academy.
There.
That's what it is. Operation Raccoon City is the team-based shooter.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
That's
the
definitely the one. Yeah.
I think there was one more that they also did not too long ago. Like it was pretty recent. That one I don't think I played.
I just remember it did not play well. The gunplay was not good in it. Like like when we played it, it was like not what you'd expect.
But this Resident Evil Outbreak, it was PS2 online, so it was already like, I don't think there was voice chat. It was hard to get into a match. There might not have been like any text chat. I have no idea if there was or not, but it was like old Resident Evil, PS1, PS2 style Resident Evil online, and it was, I don't know. I don't know if it's actually a good game or not. I had a very bad time with that game.
Yeah, I had a bad time with it too. Whatever one I played, I didn't last long with it.
Yeah. Sorry. So Mike, Resident Evil Code Veronica, what do you think?
88. I don't know. I'm just picking numbers out of a hat.
Okay. Todd, what do you think? Resident Evil Code Veronica.
I'll do 90.
Okay. A 90.
Wait, Mike say 88.
88.
That's my normal guess, Mike. I don't like when you take mine. That's my go-to.
Well, then next time when he asks you first, you can just pick 88.
What do you think, Dom?
Yeah, it's tough because 88 was where I was gonna sit too. I can't pick 89, so I'm just gonna pick 87.
Okay. Well, you could have picked 89, or you could have went higher, but you didn't. So Todd is gonna get the point. Universal acclaim, a Metacritic must play 94. This is my favorite Resident Evil game.
It's that good.
I almost said that before anyone
for a
guessed,
remake.
and I was like, I am not going to say that, because when you were like, "Oh, I don't know if people like this or not," and I was going to say it's my favorite one, and I was like, that's way
Who do
too
you
much
play
of
as
a
it?
gimme. I
Who do you play
believe
as in that
it's
one?
Claire, and I don't know if you
Oh, it
also
is
play as
Claire, okay.
Chris.
I think it's like no, it's some other dude that's like never been in another game. I think.
Resident
the dude
Evil
with
Veronica
hats.
takes up a story as Claire Redfield. She's searching. You're searching for Chris.
And Veronica is part of it? Or...
I think Veronica is like a bio weapon that they're making, or so, I forget. I actually don't remember the story of that game anymore. Again, it's now 26 years old, and I played the Dreamcast game, so I played it in 2000. I do have it still. It's actually on my shelf somewhere. I have it on my shelf. Anyways, good game. I don't know if it still holds up as a good game, but I liked that game a lot at the time. Okay, let's see what else. We will go with Mike. Do you want a Resident Evil game or a Pokemon game?
We did a bunch of Pokemon games last time, so just go Resident Evil again.
Okay. We are going to go with. Here we go.
Operation Raccoon City.
Released on June 28th, 2011 for the Nintendo 3DS. This is
Revelations.
Resident Evil: The Mercenaries 3D.
Oh, I had this game.
Well, perfect, Todd. You can start us off. What do you think Resident Evil: The Mercenaries 3D has for a review score on the Nintendo 3DS, based on 69 critic reviews?
Nice.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna go. Fuck. You know what? It doesn't matter. It's close. I'm gonna say 68.
Okay, 68. Todd said he played this game, so I don't know if that's a good
I liked
score,
it,
bad score, or he liked
3DS.
it.
3DS is trash. So fucking. I don't.
What do you think, Dom? Resident Evil: The Mercenaries.
I was just gonna guess 75 because I don't know what this game is.
I want to say it is a.
It's a mode that they add in all the games. No, I don't believe so. I think it's like the unlimited enemies just coming at you in like time trials.
It's like a horde thing, yeah. It's based on Resident Evil 4, I think, right? Or is it not? Maybe not.
There's a mode on Resident Evil 4. Like,
maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Oh, there was mercenary mode on Resident Evil 4?
Yeah, Requiem is the first game that doesn't have mercenaries with the launch. It's actually surprising.
Interesting. Okay. What are you saying, Dom, for this?
75.
75.
I was gonna say 70. I should have just stuck with 70.
Mike, what do you think? We got a 75 and a 68.
75, 68. Do I think it's in that middle somewhere, or do I think it might be a little bit lower? 75, 68. Honestly, I'm going to go with 71.
Ooh.
Well, I think you should have went with a little bit lower. It has a 65, so the point goes to Todd again.
Shit.
Todd knows his Resident Evil.
Shit.
So Todd is yet again, I think this is back-to-back weeks, on the cusp of a sweep.
Mhm.
Will he have
Don't worry,
the
I'll choke.
guts to pull this sweep home? I don't know. We'll find out. Game number 3, released on October 3rd, 2005, and just recently, as of I believe last week, or maybe soon, I don't know, coming to NSO. It is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
The fuck is that?
Exactly. It is a GameCube exclusive Pokemon spinoff. Dom, why don't you start?
I'm gonna go 75 again.
Okay. Dom's gonna lock in a 75.
Strong start. Strong start. I like it.
Mike, what do you think?
Are we supposed to,
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Todd?
is this like a typical Pokemon game, or is it
This
like
is a spin-off game. This is a spin-off.
75. Gale of Darkness. Did people like that game? I feel like they were surprised it was getting but surprise doesn't mean it's bad. Just means like, oh, cool, you guys are doing that. Fuck it, 80.
Okay. Todd,
and
take
what did
us
Dom
home.
say?
Todd said Dom said 75. Mike said 80.
All right, I'll go 70.
Well, folks, there it is.
Todd pulled it off.
Todd has successfully swept
Yes.
the week, going from 18 to 21.
I'm a big Pokemon guy now. you know?
Pokemon XD
True.
Gale of Darkness sitting at a 64
Oof.
on Metacritic.
Is that like the lowest rated Pokemon game ever?
I don't know.
No.
No, I think Sword and Shield don't have great scores still. I remember playing this game when it came out, and I remember really disliking this game. I don't know if it is actually a good game or a bad game, but at that time when this came out, I didn't care for it. Scarlet and Violet are sitting on a 65, so slightly better. Sword and Shield are sitting at a 69, 75. I don't know why they're different scores, but sure. Oh, no, that's the DLC, actually. Sorry. Pokemon Sword is an 80.
It's way too high.
Oh, and that's actually Scarlet and Violet. That is for the DLC as well, too. What the fuck? I'm just curious now what Scarlet is. 72. So, still not great, but yeah. So that'll do it. That'll put Todd in a much more commanding lead as we end the week with a 21, Dom in second with 14, Mike in third with 6. I do think we can maybe do some Oscar stuff, but we'll just do it off air, and I'll keep track, and we can do it if we do it. I don't think we need to sit here and do that now, unless you want to.
I don't know, Papa.
That'll do it for episode 514. We appreciate you. We will see you next time. Yeah, I mean, if you guys feel strongly about doing Oscar predictions, we can do that, and I can just tally it and keep it here, and we can do that for bonus points. But that's up to you guys.
I mean, I feel like I'm
care.
going to end up running through all these things I've already picked, and I don't actually feel strongly about them. So I'm down to do it. I'll just throw out my answers, and then come what may.
I mean, we can even just, if you want, just do the 2 leading roles and then Best Picture. And I guess animated feature film. And then be done with it. I don't know if we need to go through casting and cinematography and costume design and whatever. piece of paper. All right, so actor in a leading role.
So best actor.
I'll go with Jesse Plemons.
All right, Todd's just gonna put it right in, which I don't think that's how the Oscars work, but sure, we'll give Todd 0 points for that one.
That's fun. I went with Todd's pick. I put Ethan Hawke down.
Oh, Mike swayed, easily swayed. Okay. I'm gonna go with my gut and my heart, and it's gonna be fucking Michael B. Jordan. So you got Leo, Ethan, Michael B. Jordan, Wagner Moura, and Timothy Hates Ballet Chalamet.
I'm gonna go with Ethan Hawke.
Did you see that one of the, like, I don't know, some ballet house did like a, oh, you can save 20% on your tickets this week if you use code Chalamet or something. Did you see that? It's
No,
very,
that's
very
great.
funny. I'm like, that's fucking great.
It's great marketing for the 3 people that are gonna buy tickets to the ballet. Am I right?
Dom, you feel strongly about actor in a leading role?
If I'm guessing, then it's Michael B. Jordan.
It's wild that like Michael B. Jordan's even in the conversation.
Oh my God, Todd's racist.
It's so wild.
He played 2 characters. That's like double points.
2 characters.
He played 2
and-
characters, and they needed to color coded him because he's not that good of an actor. Like they literally had to be like, this guy wears red, this guy wears blue.
Is Todd racist?
Hey, listen, I'm just saying. I also had to keep. I needed like clues to keep track of the twins in the Parent Trap. So like,
I needed clues to
It's the
keep
movie.
track of the twins in Matrix Reloaded.
that's true, and they were albino.
Jen made a point too that I think one of the brothers has like a dimple in his cheek the whole time, and so that's him physically doing that while he's acting as that brother, which is kind of crazy.
have an issue with Michael
With
B.
dimples,
Jordan
you fucking racist.
and with Timothy Chalamet, where like all I see is them, and I can't get past them playing their characters ever. It's very like Wonka was the first time I saw Chalamet, and I was like, oh, okay, that's something unique from him and everything. And everything else I've watched from him, I'm just like, I just see. You know what I think the biggest problem I have with Chalamet was with Marty Supreme? I think they fucked up on that marketing so bad. He was just like so in your face, and like he just seemed like he was playing a character at that point. Like I think they
that's a
fucked up with
Todd
the marketing
original.
on that movie.
I don't like you disrespecting the Lisan El Gaib like this.
It's fine. Honestly, the first I didn't.
Trek.
I don't get the hype in Dune. I like the first one. I thought the second one was whatever.
You care? Were you supporting or skip it?
Supporting, no, you got to do supporting. That's like one of the biggest ones.
Okay.
Supporting actor or supporting actress?
I mean, we got to do both. We're not gonna do one.
Yeah.
What are you doing right? What are you doing?
Sorry,
This
keep it with actor.
I went with Sean Penn.
All right, Mike's gonna lock in a Sean Penn. We got Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro for also the same movie, Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, Delroy Lindo for Sinners, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value.
This one's tough for me because I want to say Delroy Lindo because the first time I saw Sinners, I was like, oh, he should get an Oscar nomination when I watched that movie. I'm like, he was great in that movie. But I think Sean Penn's going to take it, so I'm going to go with what Mike said and say Sean Penn.
Having only seen Sinners here, part of me wants to say Delroy, but I don't know. I feel like Benicio's due.
He's won before.
Hey, listen.
He can't be due again. You know,
He's amazing.
I'm gonna say
He's
Delroy.
so good.
I don't think Sinners is gonna win everything, but I'll just say Delroy. You're gonna say Sean
I think
Penn,
like
Todd?
Yeah, I think Delroy is one of those things too. He's been around for so long too, so I wouldn't be surprised
due.
if he go because he's great.
He's
He's,
due.
great in that movie. He's great and he's due. But
Keep saying that
Sean
for
Penn-
everything we pick. He's due.
Yeah, for real.
Huh? He's due.
It's
So
gonna be my
Todd-
supporting actress. It's the same
Todd
thing.
and Mike
so.
are fucking lockstep right now. Dom, where do you fall on this?
Wait, what do you mean? We didn't say the same actor, did we?
Sean Penn.
We didn't.
Oh, for actor, not supporting actor.
For actor.
You both
I
said
said Ethan
Hawke.
Hawke.
Oh, we do.
No, Todd wrote in Jesse Plemons. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. Where are you locking in supporting?
I'm gonna say. I guess I'll just say Sean Penn too.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
All right.
I think that's the
This
best
is
bet.
for real
We
points.
ride
just as a
together,
heads
we
up,
die.
like, these...
We ride together, we die together. Except for Brenden, who's not playing for real points. Remember?
I mean, listen, I get points on
He's
the
playing
board
for
for this.
stumps.
I still can't get points every other week unless I stump you, which I'm not trying to do. I'm not playing for stumps. You know what I mean? All right. So actress in a leading role.
Oh, I
Actress.
knew it. Logan, you're asleep.
Actress. I went with Jessie Buckley.
Yeah, I mean, you got Jessie Buckley, Rose Byrne, Kate Hudson, Renate Rensiv. I don't think I know who that is. Renate?
He's from Sentimental Valley.
Yeah, I can see the name of the movie. I just don't know who that person is. And Emma Stone.
She's in the movie. Do you ever see The Worst Person in the World or whatever? I forget what the movie's called.
No.
She was looking that.
I'm just gonna say
Call Mommy.
Jessie Buckley because I feel like Hamnet is continuing to win everything, and I feel like Jessie continues to win everything.
I think she's locked in that. I'm going with
Jessie Buckley.
I'm saying Jessie Buckley 100% for me as well.
Dom?
Well, I really should pick something else, but I'm also
No,
gonna
you
say
have
Jessie
to.
Buckley.
You have
just
to.
like
Jessie Buckley
safely.
swept
You
everything.
pick what you think is going to win.
Yeah.
All right, it's a
Jessie
Jessie
Buckley,
sweep.
like-
It's a Jessie sweep.
Just sweep.
Let's see.
Sweep.
I'd be shocked if
actress,
she doesn't win.
supporting.
Supporting
We
actress.
got
I
Elle
want Elle
Fanning.
Fanning.
Inga, I don't know how to say that person's name. Inga Ib's daughter, Lilius from Sentimental Value. Amy Madigan for weapons. Wunmai